Hey everybody, it's Neptorka here, back with another Fire Emblem Heroes reaction. We have our second summer banner, which is pretty exciting. Thankfully, I've been able to finally get at least the really important units on the last summer banner. I've been scraping the bottom of the barrel with orbs lately, and I've been able to get the last little bit that I wanted to in that one with female Shez and Shamir. If I have some extra orbs later, I would like to get Ephraim, but we'll have to see what this one brings. Now, people have seen the silhouettes that came out to us yesterday, and it looks like Ivy could be one, so we could be getting Engage, which is pretty exciting. The only thing I'm concerned about with Engage is, like, Engage heroes, more so I think than any of the other games, are really hit or miss heroes. Though I have to say that a lot of heroes can be drastically improved just by changing their outfits, which a banner like this would fix. So this is going to be pretty exciting. If it's Engage, it'll be cool. If they do have some OCs from Fire Emblem Heroes, I'm really still hoping for Regan and Sharena, though they mentioned something about it being maybe something to deal with Peony and the Dream Realm. The only thing with that is that we've gotten most of them. We got Plumeria as a backseat, which is one of my favorite units ever. And then we've also got, Freya, Freyr, and whatnot. So it's mostly been exhausted from that book. The only ones left are, like, Triandra. And I just don't see them doing another Triandra after the Easter one. So we'll see what happens. Let's jump into it. I'm really excited. I really want Sharena and Regan more than anything else, but Veronica would be really cool too. A lot of people have said on the silhouette that they think one's Ivy, and from the short glimpse I got, clicking on the thumbnail, it looks like that could be true. But the other one's really difficult. It could be Lapis, could be Fjorm. I thought it could be Triandra, so we'll have to see. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Sorry, that was quite a long introduction. So let's see what we got here. The usual music. Alright, let's see here. Okay, there's Ivy.
In case you haven't noticed, I don't enjoy the beach.
And that...
I'd rather be in the snow.
Man, that looks good. That looks so good. Her hat and Engage is so stupid and bad. And this fixes it. Like, such a simple hat. Oh, that looks awesome. Okay, it was Fjorm. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Fjorm's one of my favorite characters, period. I love her so much. Oh, wow.
I feel like I'll just melt away.
A sword Fjorm. Oh, dude, this is exciting. Spurn 4? Wait, did they give us another God Sword unit? That would be hilarious. Oh my god. Please don't be armor. I need to double check. I'm not quite sure. Tharja?
It is said that fashioning a talisman out of these shells will lead to love. It had better work.
Her voice lines are so good. Oh my gosh! Fartrace in the demote pool? Oh no. And who's the harmonic? That's Peony and Air? I was afraid of Air.
Shall we try the frozen treats next?
Oh no, it's Ymir and Air. Dude, that is so cool! Okay, that's super exciting. That's super exciting. It is so good to see Air with like a smile on her face. Like, it's a lot of her alts and everything. She's always been, you know, quite emo, and this one, oh, this is super exciting.
Be strong.
So just one engage unit. That's interesting.
Competition then.
I wonder what made them choose that.
Dazzling light.
You know what I bet it could be? We may be getting engaged for regular units this upcoming patch. Okay, wait, who do we get? Who is that? I have no clue who that is. I would have much preferred Tharja be the Tempest Trials unit, but you know, you can't win them all. I mean, let's see. Last year, man, I had to dump so many orbs. Was it because of Norn, which is, I love Norn, in her outfit, and Leone. They did such a good job with them. So if they did Tharja again, I'd have to be dumping into that as well. But this is oh man, I didn't even look, but I wonder if that's a three space tome. Oh my goodness. That's so cool. Don't know who the D mode is, but you know, we'll see. Okay, let's go through these. This is super hype.
In case you haven't noticed, I don't enjoy the beach.
You know, we'll
I'd
see.
rather be in the snow.
We'll see if this one's, if she's better or worse than the one that came out last year, which was Summer Erica. I like the artwork better than it, but let's see what happens. We have Divine Drought. Oh, as always, well, I'll say it after we're done looking at this one. Divine Drought, accelerate special trigger. If unit is within 3 spaces of support partner, unit can move to a space within 2 spaces of an ally. That's amazing. That's already, this is an amazing unit. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants attack, speed, defense, res +5 to unit during combat. And also, if unit initiates combat, unit is within 2 spaces of support partner or penalty is active on foe, grants the following effects to unit during combat based on how many of those 3 conditions apply. If greater than or equal to 2, unit attacks twice. If equal to 3, deals damage equal to 15% of the greater of the unit's attacks are foes attacks. Okay. So you're always gonna get that unit attacks twice, essentially. Let's see. If unit initiates combat, unit is within 2 spaces of support partner. Penalty is active. Wait, what's the third condition? Unit initiates combat. That's the first one. And then unit is within 2 spaces of support partner. So if you can get those 2, which are pretty easy to get, especially since you're able to teleport around them, that's easy. And then if they have a penalty on the foe, then you get the extra damage. So that's pretty awesome. That's a great weapon. This is going to be such a good unit for AR defense. Really good for AR defense. Then you have Sabotage, Attack Res 3. And then we have a new ability, Soaring Guidance. Infantry and flying allies within 2 spaces of unit can move to a space within 2 spaces of unit. Grants attack speed 3 to infantry and flying allies within 2 spaces of unit during combat. And also, if those allies' speed is greater than foe speed, neutralizes effects that prevent those allies' follow-up attacks during combat. That is phenomenal. This unit is really good. This unit might be better than any of the units that just came out on the last summer banner. Maybe not Shamir. Shamir is like the ultimate God Sword destroyer. But that was pretty cool. Please don't be an armor. I don't think she was.
The sun is so
Okay, she is
I
infantry.
feel like I'll just
I know people are upset with Godsword units, but yeah. Alright, here it is. Okay, before I even read anything, I get the feeling that this is going to be a sword version of her lance self, and her lance self was very much a tank type unit, especially for ranged attacks. So let's see if her weapon has automatic can attack from far away. Let's see. Accelerate special trigger. Icebound brand. Accelerate special trigger if foe uses bow, dagger, magic, or staff. Neutralize effects that prevent units counterattacks during combat. If foe initiates combat or foe's HP is greater than 75% at the start of combat, grants attack speed, defense, res +5 to unit, inflicts penalty on foe's attack speed equal to 20% of unit speed at the start of combat, inflicts special cooldown charge -1 on foe per attack, and reduces damage dealt to unit by 5 when foe's attack triggers unit special. Goodness. Okay. So it's not a distant counter. I thought it would have distant counter built in, but it does not. It does have null C in it, though, for any ranged unit, which is pretty good. Frostbite Mirror reduces damage from foes' attacks by X%. If foes' range equal to 1, X equals 10. If foes' range equal to 2, then X equals 30. After special triggers, units' next attack deals damage equal to total damage reduced by any source, including other spells, resets at the end of combat. At start of combat, if unit special is ready, unit can counterattack regardless of foe's range. There it is! At start of combat, if unit special is ready. So, that's an interesting way to put in distant counter. Oh man. Okay, and then you have attack speed finish 4, and then you have spurn 4, which everyone is going to want. Spurn 4 inflicts speed defense -4 on foe during combat. If skill compares speed to foe or ally speed, treats unit speed as if granted +7. So that's, I think, like repel 4, or I can't remember if it was repel 4 or I can't remember the other one. Is it repel? I'm thinking of the original damage reduction ones that came out before Spurn that already got its 4 equivalent. I believe it was on Alir. Anyways, let's see. Granted by +7. If unit speed is greater than foe's speed, reduces damage from attacks during combat and from area of effect specials by percentage equal to difference between stats times 5. Max 50%, so it's upped. If unit's HP is less than or equal to 75%, when unit's attack can trigger unit special, deals +5 damage when special triggers. If foe attack triggers unit special, unit's next attack deals +5 damage. She's got a lot of... oh my goodness. She's got flat damage reduction up in the weapon. She's got flat damage attack in the middle of her B skill. Percentage damage reduction in her special. This unit is so cool. It's just another unit that I'm going to love using. I love Fjorm. She's one of my absolute favorites. I know there's a lot of people who don't like her. The only thing that's bothered me about Fjorm is I've never been a huge fan of her art. This is probably my favorite art I've seen. And the only thing I was really worried about was how it looked, is that it wasn't an armor. Yeah, oh man, hang on. I think that art looks awesome. I love that attacking art. Okay, let's move on. We got Tharja here, which is really cool. She's wearing as much armor as she did in her winter outfit a long time ago. I love her voice lines. So unfortunately, she's the demo, but she comes with SR Fartras, which is so awesome. Seashell Bowl plus at start of combat. If unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants attack speed +5 to unit during combat. Inflicts speed res minus X on foe during combat. Okay. X equals 25% of unit's HP at the start of combat, max 10, and restores 10 HP to unit after combat. Okay. I mean, I'll want one just as a copy. I have too many blue tomes though, so I'm glad if this was the demote. If anything, this is really cool. I wasn't expecting this.
What a delicious drink. Shall we try the frozen treats next? I am quite full.
That is adorable. It really is. And it's a colorless tome infantry. This is really cool. Okay, so we have Sparkling Sun. Accelerate special trigger. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, so that's pretty big range. Inflicts attack res minus X on foe. X equals 30% of unit's HP at start of combat, plus 6, max 18. So, oh my goodness. Attack and res minus 18. And unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack during combat. Reduces damage from area of effect specials by 75%. And restores 10 HP to unit after combat. And also, if foe can make a follow-up attack during combat, reduces damage from foe's first attack by 75%. So you're like, you're not doing damage to this unit. And this is kind of crazy. It's getting, oh my goodness. Okay, let's take a look at Fire Flood boost first. So the flood boosts or water boosts or whatever have never been useful. So let's take a look at this one. Grants HP plus 5 at start of combat if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 50%. Grants attack res plus 7 to unit during combat, and also if units within 2 spaces of an ally with HP greater than 50% inflicts special cooldown charge minus 1 on foe per attack during combat. That's pretty nice. I wonder who it's going to be restricted to, but that's pretty cool. And then on top of that, we get Mystic Boost 4, which is kind of Air's... It's kind of Air's thing. She also has that other special one that just heals yourself, but that one's super outdated. And instead they gave Ymir's special at the bottom, which is Ever Living Domain, which is if unit is within 2 spaces of any allies, grants defense res plus 4 during combat. Following unit and those allies during combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 75% and foe reduce unit's HP to 0, unit survives with 1 HP. Oh boy. This is going to be a much better, I think Ever Living Domain is going to be much better on this unit than it was on the Ymir herself. The problem with Ymir herself is that it was a melee 3-range dragon, and most of the time, like, the unit would just get way out of the way and it wouldn't be useful. You know, the cav would go off in a wrong direction and so forth. It was hard to keep everyone grouped together to maintain really good benefit of Ever Living Domain inside of, you know, an AI situation. Now, inside of, you know, if you were playing, if you were actually controlling it, like on offense, it wasn't as big of a deal, but on defense, it was another story. So this is pretty cool. I'm super excited for this. These are all really cool. I already know people are going to be furious that only one engaged character is on here. And I'll repeat it over and over and over again until the copium wears off. Let's see, Duo Skill neutralizes any penalty on unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit and restores 20 HP to those allies. And then it's refreshed every odd turns. It's pretty tame. It's reminiscent of, I think, Alms, which is somewhat like that. Not as strong though. I think Alm was basically just the healing. This is neutralizing any penalties too, so. And I don't think Alms could be refreshed consistently. So that's pretty good. But anyway, as I was saying, there's a lot of units. People are still running on the copium of Engage, and they haven't accepted that it's not a very popular game, and it's not going to get a lot of traction. some people have been pointing towards the newest banner like choices that people really want to engage. They gave us 4 choices, and they neglect to make a point that the Brave Heroes that came out last year weren't as big as they have been in previous years. And then also on top of that, the Engage banner not only came with a rearmed weapon, which is huge these days, but the 3 other banners came with a rearmed weapon, but also Alir's fodder is so good. She has such great fodder. The only one who can probably beat her in fodder is probably that's in a main pool is probably rearmed Ophelia, who is on one of the other banners, but she's the only really important one on that banner, whereas the Engage banner would come with 4 solid units that would all have good fodder, and I think that's kind of the big thing with that one. And I think the reason that only Ivy is in here and nothing else is I get the feeling that they're gonna have another banner coming out for Engage units, but they don't want to let people wait too long until we get to like Ivy and maybe like the, I can't even remember the nation now, the royals from Ivy's nation, which leads me to believe that the next banner that we get from Engage will probably be something like Diamant. Diamant, it'd be cool if we got him with an axe. Diamant, Lapis, and Citrine, who are some of my favorites in the game, and I don't know if we'll actually get them, but or it could be Diamant and Tamara. They skip over to Tamara, and then they also give Yunaka or something. So anyways, I think that's why there's only 1 Engage unit on here. This was probably always going to be an OC banner. It's a little bizarre having just Tharja thrown in there, which I find kind of weird. It's like they were just trying to fill the gaps, but this was definitely meant to be an OC banner, as they always do with the second summer banner, at least that they had done in the past few years. So still, they all look great. Every single one of them looks awesome. I definitely want Ivy. I definitely want Fjorm. I definitely want Ymir. Like, I want all 3 of them. So this is where my awards will be going. Sorry, Ephraim. You'll have to wait. I'm sorry this video took a lot longer than normal. A lot of exciting stuff in here. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction, and I hope you guys get all the units that you want from this. And I will see you guys in the next one. NetTorque out. See you guys.